Okay, you now have results for your search. What do you do with them? The best thing to do is to save the search with your client's name and then set it up so that any new listings within this area, and using the parameters you just set forth, you can have the new listings sent to your client. This is how we do that. Here is our search area. We set it forth using the polygon tool. We have results. And now I'm going to click Save Search. I'm going to give it a name. I'll give it my name. I hit a wrong button, I guess. I'll call it Wendy's Search. Give it a small description. Canandaigua City between 75,000 and 150,000. And before I click Save, I'm going to click Notification Settings. This is really kind of a step that you might forget to do. You might want to just save the search, and then you have no name attached to it, and you have to go back and figure out how to attach a contact to it. So if you do what I just said, this will take you to your search settings, and we see here we have the name, and there's some tabs across the top. We'll be talking about those in a minute. What we need to talk about is who to link this search to, and this says link this search to contact. Well, you could already have this person in your searching contacts, or you could add a new one. Well, I think Wendy is in here. There she is. I'm going to turn on auto notifications, and it will expire in 60 days. I can set it up to a maximum of 180 if I want. Now, I haven't configured my gateway yet, so I get this little caution notice here. I want Wendy to view the listings in an emailed report, and I want to allow reverse prospecting. And I'm going to click Next, which will actually take us up to the next tab called Frequency. When do you want these reports to be mailed out? I want them to go out as soon as there is a new listing. That way I'm sure that my client has the information as soon as possible. Then I have a choice about resending notifications if there's a price change, a status change, or if a photo is added. At this point, I'm just going to choose that if there is a price change. Okay, and I'm also going to save the history of email notifications. This is for my purpose, so I can go back and review if I need to. Then I'll go click Next. Well, because Wendy was already in my contacts, she shows up here as the contact email. If I want to add someone else, I can. Do not add yourself. That comes in the next step. But this is where you can change the subject. By default, it's property matches for, and then the contact name, found on, and then they give the time it was found. You probably don't want to mess around with anything that's inside of these square brackets, but feel free to adjust the text outside of them. And that goes for the text notification as well. You can just go ahead and put in there whatever you want. Obviously, you're going to keep it very professional. And then you're going to select which reports this client of yours is going to get. Some like the agent photo on it, some like customer full, some like a brochure. I'm going to click brochure view just because it's there. Typically, the PAMI team will send the full customer report so that the customer has the most knowledge available. Then I'm going to click Next. And be sure that Agent Notification tab is active and that you have my primary email address, which this will be yours, not the PAMI team's, using the listing report, and just leave that the way that it is, and then click Save. As it's saving the search, you will then notice you get this other pop-up box that lists the search that you just did with the results, and you have a choice of whether you can mail all of them to them now. You can view the matching ones and choose which ones to email right now, or do not send any listings right now. Perhaps this person has already seen these and you just want to be sure that they get all the new ones. I'm just going to go ahead and do not send any listings now. And I'm going to click OK. And now my search is saved, as you can see up here. And I can click on my contact's name and it will take me to my contacts. And on the right-hand pane, I'm going to open my browser just a little bit more so you can see it. This is where you can go in and view the results of the searches. You can turn things on and turn them off by rolling over the buttons. It tells you what they do, and you can use this to the fullest extent if you have a task or an appointment with them. If you want to put in some personal information or email history, you can do that. So there's a whole lot you can do with searching with a map and then doing a saved search. So the best thing to do is play with it a little bit before you send it out to a real client. I suggest you maybe do a search for yourself. Make it so that you receive an email so that you know what the client will be seeing. And that wraps it up for this tutorial. Thanks, and have a great night.